Hey guys, welcome back to Tour Truck Tuesday. Chris Trott here at the Kingdom, Carlsbad, California, which is TaylorMade Golf's test center. You can come and get fitted here, but it's also where we test all the tour players, anyone who comes through to get the perfect service from TaylorMade. This is where it happens. First choice you have to make, first of many choices, is which golf ball you're going to use. Are you going to be a TP5X or are you going to be a TP5? But what does that decision look like for you? Where do you get into choosing which model of our golf ball you use? PGA Tour season is coming to an end. Guys are dialed into their equipment now more than ever. And I had a fantastic conversation this week with one of our staff players about the choices they made this season to play the TP5X golf ball and how they got into that scenario. The reason I bring up that model is because the majority of players this year have chosen the TP5. And the reason they've gone for that ball is because when they get into their fairway woods, they want to hit a window, they want to hit a flight, and they want a descent angle that can hit the green. And for most players, when it comes to making that choice, and then they chip with this ball around the greens, and they truly feel it, and they feel off the blade how soft it is, it goes beyond just the sound test. They look at the flight and they realize it's a very soft ball and they gain so much from that, the choice is made. But it shouldn't stop there for you. And I want you guys to delve into the depths of which ball is right for you. In summary, when you read the marketing, you will see that the TP5X spins less. It's going to feel a bit harder and it's going to spin a bit less. But what does that mean for you as a player? You're going to need to think about where you miss it on the blade. And I've got the driver out already because if you're a heel miss guy or girl, that means the ball is likely to spin more. Such is the way twist face is and the way the face curves. TP5X hit in the heel is going to spin more, but it will spin less than TP5. So if you think about that into a wind, like the shot on this range here, if there's a golf hole that's on your limit to get there in 2, and I don't mind if that's 400 yards or a 650 par 5, if it's on your limit and you hit one out the neck off the tee because that is your miss, because you've not quite got it the strike right, because if you're just off by a dimple, it will change spin rates quite often, then the TP5X on that low in the face heel hit is going to go a bit further. Now all of a sudden you have the opportunity where you can still reach the green in 2 because you're that much further up than if you chose the TP5. But it goes down to the other end of the bag too. And if you're hitting flighted wedges, you need to understand tour players during a 4-round tournament are going to have yardages that they don't like. What they do better than the majority of us is they will recognize, say it's 150 yards on the number, no elevation change, and it's the breeze is perhaps into, they will recognize that that 150 yards, the full 9-iron is going to get them past the flag, but the baby 9-iron isn't going to get it there. So then they're looking at spin. Well, a TP5X, if you knock the spin off, it'll spin less than a TP5. And perhaps they're the type of player, which was the conversation I was having this week, where they prefer to hit the full shot. They've got much more control over hitting the full shot, but the pitching wedge won't get there. So then they accept on that yardage, well, I'm going to play long with my TP5X ball because I have the benefit off the tee with the heel miss, so I'm getting the yardage benefits. But my game, I'm not the type of player who can stand there and knock spin off wedges and control flight. That's not my strength. And over 4 rounds of golf, I'm going to do better using the benefit off the tee of this ball that doesn't spin as much on a miss hit. So you can see how players end up in a certain type of golf ball beyond just standing here, hitting it, measuring it on the launch monitor, looking at the speed, and that's the ball for me. Or beyond simply the sound test, or hitting putts with it and going, well, that one feels better because it's softer, or it feels better because it's harder, whatever your personal choice would be, I'm going to play that one. So yes, I press you to look at your 150-yard shots, gauge the type of player you are. Are you someone who perhaps struggles with taking spin off? So the TP5X will help you but you also understand that then it dives a little bit on the spin for you and the flight for you. These are all things you must take into consideration on the golf course. In a situation where you're asked to hit a shot, hit a shape if you're at that stage in your game where you hit shot shapes. If you're a cutter of the ball or a fader, well, you're always going to be adding spin. So maybe the TP5X is the ball for you. And if you're a drawer, you're taking spin off. So again, if you're taking spin off all the time, you can control that on the TP5. That's going to be a higher spinning golf ball. All questions you've got to ask yourself when you go into making the choice. I have been so happy with the performance of these golf balls when we put them on a PGA Tour range and we look at speed and we look at flight and we listen to the language that tour players talk to us in, and the bits that they give us that tell you, the telltale signs about how this ball is. It doesn't move in crosswinds. It moves the perfect amount. It's hitting my windows with flight. All things that both models of golf ball have been so good at the whole season. But it still comes back to you. You need to own the decisions as a player. You can't go wrong with either. And you can even mix it up based on the golf course you play. If you play somewhere that requires you to carry more wedges and wedge spin and control is a premium and you can control that, then TP5. If you play somewhere that's maximum length for you and you need the yardage, jump into the X. Play around with it, have fun with it. I strongly believe in these two products, and I don't think there's enough out there that truly explains that as a player, you must look at every aspect of your game to get into the right one for you. If you like what you're seeing and you feel it's helping you, comment below, let me know. I want to hear from you guys. I bring one video out once a week, which is usually every Tour Truck Tuesday. Follow along, and until next time, good luck and have fun choosing the right golf ball for your game.